What's up guys, welcome to another video. Today I'll be talking about training splits. How to design your own training split and the key factors to consider when doing so. So recently I've got a few emails, people asking me what training split I'm following, and I'm happy to share that information. But what you got to appreciate is that my training split works great for me. It might not work great for you. So you need to decide what your own training split is going to be. And the important factors to consider are training experience. Are you a complete beginner? Have you been training for 10 years? So your training split is going to be completely different if you're a beginner as opposed to someone who's experienced and been training for a long time. Second thing, what are your goals? Are you just trying to lose a little bit of fat? Are you trying to gain a little bit of muscle? Or are you trying to step onto the Mr. Olympia stage? Again, the training splits are going to be completely different for both ends of the scale. How often can you train? What does your schedule allow you? Can you train twice a week? Can you train 4 times a week? Can you train 6 times a week? So that's a very important factor to consider as well. How often can you get to the gym? And not how often you want to get to the gym, how often you can actually get to the gym week on week, month on month. So that's an important factor to consider. And then you've got strengths and weaknesses. Some people have very strong body parts that don't need a lot of attention, and then you've got other body parts that need a lot of attention. So strengths and weaknesses will determine your training split. Now for me, my back is a strong point. I don't really need to train that much. My traps are hardly trained at all, maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks. Whereas my chest has been a weak point, and there were times when I was training my chest 3 times a week. So strengths and weaknesses play a big part, and also a major one is recovery. So you've gone to the gym, you've had your workout, how quickly can you recover from that workout? Remember, we go to the gym to break down muscle, and when we're at home or when we're resting, that's when we rebuild that muscle to make it bigger and stronger. So recovery is important. Genetics plays a major role in that. Some people can just naturally recover from workouts quicker than others. And of course, nutrition and sleep play a huge role. So if you're not sleeping properly, if your diet is rubbish, then obviously you're not going to recover as quick as you could do. So all these are important factors to consider when designing a training split. And also, your training split is going to change. You're not going to have the same training split, or you shouldn't have the same training split for years on end. It's going to change depending on these factors. So if you're a beginner, you've got a certain training split, but as you get more experienced, about 1 month, 2 months, 3 months down the road, you will get more experience, so you need to change your training split. Your goals might change. You might get a new job where you can't go to the gym as much, so your training split's going to have to change to accommodate that. Or it might be the opposite. You've lost your job, unfortunately, and now you can spend all of your time in the gym. Strengths and weaknesses. If you've designed your training split properly, then the weaknesses that you had should become your strengths. Now that might take 1 month, that might take a year, it might take 10 years. But once you've done that, then your training split needs to adapt and change. And of course, recovery as well. So the more experience you have, the quicker you should recover. So all these are important factors to consider. Training splits will change, and mine normally change every 8 to 12 weeks. Sometimes because of these issues, and sometimes because I just get bored and I fancy a change. So we've got the factors that we need when deciding on our training split. Let's move on to the splits. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the full body split. So full body split, basically you're training your whole body in one session, and it's great for beginners, but it's not limited to beginners only. Even myself, sometimes I'll do a full body split for about 4 weeks just to mix things up a bit. But for beginners, it is very good. And if you go back to our factors, training experience, beginners haven't really got the muscle adaptation yet to do a full-on chest session or a full-on back session. So if they do the whole body, they're not doing as much volume per body part. So full body split is good if you haven't got much training experience. And again, beginners, realistically, how often can they train? probably 3 times a week. Any more than that, they're overloading the system. So how often can you train? 3 times a week. This works really well. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or even a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So you're training one day, having one day off, training one day, having one day off to recover. So I think this is a great split for beginners. 1 to 2 exercises per muscle group. If you're starting out, I think just 1 exercise per muscle group. So you've got your chest, your back, shoulders, arms, which you have to split into biceps and triceps, legs, quads, hamstrings and glutes and the calves and abs. So if you do 1 exercise and probably 3 to 4 sets for chest, for back, for shoulders, for arms, for legs and for abs, you've covered your whole body. And as you progress, instead of changing the split, you can just add another exercise. So you can do 2 exercises per body part. So that's a really great split for beginners. So you've done the full body split for 4, 8, 12 weeks. You've progressed nicely. Nice time to add more volume. Now obviously if you train the full body, it's going to be hard to add more volume. So now we're splitting the body up into upper and lower. And on the upper days, you're training your whole upper body. So you're training your chest, shoulders, back, arms. And because you're not training your legs, you can add more volume. So you can add more sets, you can add more exercises, you can add more reps. And then on the other day, you're training your lower body. So you're training your quads, hamstrings, glutes, and your calves. And again, because you're just training legs on the one day, you can add a lot more volume. So this is a progression from the full body split. And also where the full body split was 3 times a week, the upper lower you can go up to 4 times a week. So a good way to do it is Monday upper, Tuesday lower, Wednesday off, and then Thursday you're back to upper, Friday you're back to lower, and you've got Saturday and Sunday off. So you're training 4 times a week. So not only are you doing more sets, more exercises, more reps, you're also doing an extra day in the gym. And when I'm doing the upper lower split, I like to train abs on the lower day. Simply because with the upper body, you've got so many exercises, so many sets, reps to get through, that by the time you've done it all, you're more than likely not going to want to train abs. So abs I train on the lower day. Okay guys, so we've covered the full body split, we've covered the upper and lower split. Now we're moving on to the 3, 4, 5, 6 day splits. Now the 3 day split, a popular one is chest and shoulders on one day, legs on its own day, and you've got back and arms on their own day. Or you've got the push, pull legs. And again, because you're splitting the body parts even further, you can do a lot more volume. So now, instead of just doing 1 or 2 exercises per body part as you were doing in the full body split or the upper lower split, now you can do maybe 4 exercises on chest, with about 3 exercises on shoulders. On leg day, you can do 6 to 7 exercises, 3 to 4 sets a piece, so increase the volume massively. And then you've got back and arms. Again, you can do 5 exercises on back, and you can do 2 to 3 exercises per bicep and tricep. And you've got the classic push pull legs. Again, you can massively increase the volume. 4 day splits, again, you could just do the same as above. So same as the 3 day split. So you can have chest and shoulders, legs and back and arms. And going back to our original factors, strengths and weaknesses, you can train on the 4th day, you can train a weaker body part. So you've got chest and shoulders, legs, back and arms. If I was doing that split on the 4th day, I'd probably train my chest again, because I feel that's a weaker body part for me. Same with the push-pull legs, so you can do push-pull legs, and on the 4th day, you can train a weaker body part, chest, maybe arms, whichever body part that you feel needs extra work. Again, it's going to be individual to each and every person. 5 day splits, you've got the classic one, the bro split, which is 1 body part per day. So you've got chest, shoulders, back, arms, and legs. Now this is a popular one. Most of the pros do this one, but again, if you've got a weaker body part, then you need to address that, and you can't really do that here. So moving on to the 6-day split, you can do the bro split, and on the 6th day you can again train a weaker body part. Or you could do push-pull legs again on the 6-day split. Or you can even modify the push-pull legs. So push-pull legs one day, then maybe chest one day, arms one day, legs one day. There's so many ways that you can design the 3, 4, 5 and 6-day splits. These are just a few examples. But again, the main factors to consider are these. What are your goals? Your goals will determine the split, your strengths and weaknesses, how often can you train. So you could do a 3-day split. Maybe you can't do a 4-day split or a 5-day split. So these are the factors that determine which split you choose. And in the end, the best split is going to be the one that you stick to. So having said all of this, if you design a split which is perfect for you but you don't stick to it, then we're back to square one. So consistency obviously is key. So you've chosen a split based on these factors. You're going to run with it for as long as you're making gains. If you're getting results, there's no need to change anything. Only change when you have to. So after 12 weeks, if you come to a standstill, then it's time to reevaluate everything, go back to all these factors and design another training split for yourself. Okay guys, that's the training splits covered. Hope you guys got some good information out of it. If you did, give it a like, share and subscribe. And join me in the next video where I'm going to be going through my exact training split that I'm doing currently. But till then, look after yourselves and I'll see you in the next video.